Sports says the way CJ Stroud and Jaden Daniels played as rookies has set the bar high for rookie quarterbacks, which I think is going to be good for the future quarterbacks because of their patience for them to develop in less time. And yes, let's give credit where credit is due. CJ Stroud, Jaden Daniels played out of their mind their rookie season. Jaden Daniels came into that role, took the team, took on that leadership role, and took them to the moon. CJ Stroud did much of the same thing. DeMeco Ryans and CJ Stroud was a match made in heaven. Plus, with that nice little receiver core that they had, like at the time they had Nico Collins, Tank Dell, and was it Michi? Michi the third, I believe it was. They had a good little offense, a great defense, and they're definitely a very, very favorable schedule. Now, on the second part of your statement there, and he says, I think it's not going to be good for future quarterbacks because the patience is going to develop less time. You are right as there as well. Like I tell my high school kids, right? Like I tell my high school kids, once you perform at said level, whether it's once in practice, whether it's game, whether it's scrimmage, whether it's a weight room, whether it's the classroom, I expect you to perform at that level. If you are not consistently performing at that level, something is wrong and I'm going to ride your ass. Now, once you do achieve that level, I'm going to up the bar. You are never going to quote satisfy me. One of the kids thought I was always hard on him because he was never good enough. I'm like, I'm making you better, right? I keep raising your elevation, raising your play. With that being said, though, let's go sports. I don't think it's going to be more pressure on the quarterbacks. Because when you draft a rookie quarterback to start on your team, more than likely that is going to be a top 10 pick. You are indebted to that team for at least 4 or 5 years. Let's just be flat out honest. What it does is puts more pressure on the coaching staff, right? Puts more pressure on coaches to come out there and perform right then and there. The success of DeMeco Ryans, the success of let's say Dan Campbell, the success of Dan Quinn the last couple seasons had definitely elevated that coaching thing, right? Coaches are a dime a dozen, right? We cycle through coaches, we chew them up and spit them out. If they can survive the first 2-3 seasons, they're going to probably be there for a long time. I think it puts more pressure on the coaches than it does the quarterback. But obviously, yes, the quarterback does have pressure, but I think it's more pressure on the coach, if that makes sense. Hopefully I